After The Walking Dead, Dead City revealed that Hershel was secretly working with the show's villains, questions arose about what the Dama really wanted with the teenager, and Season 2, Episode 3, finally provided the answer. Even after risking her life to save her son, Dead City Season 1's ending saw tension brewing between Maggie and Hershel, suggesting their relationship was far from perfect. Despite several months passing since we last saw them, Season 2 further highlighted the lack of harmony between the duo, confirming that there was a bigger reason behind their animosity than first meets the eye. While Maggie couldn't quite figure out what was wrong with her son initially, it became clear in Episode 2. Hershel started a fire in Dead City which acted as a signal to the Croat, indicating that he was working with Manhattan's main villains, a fact Maggie also seemed to realize. This explained why Hershel was acting so strangely around his mother, but it didn't solve the mystery about why he chose to assist the Dama, or why the antagonist wanted Hershel's help in the first place. Luckily, Episode 3 provided a much-needed update on the duo's arrangement through several flashbacks. The Dama sees Hershel as a visionary for the future in The Walking Dead. His unique view of New York and artistic vision makes him the perfect protege for the Dama. The Dama's biggest reason for taking an interest in Hershel comes from the youngster's fascinating view on New York and the future in general. While most people who arrive in Manhattan see a broken city that has fallen to the dead, Hershel seems to admire its current state. His creative prowess saw him draw the city with the buildings destroyed, something that the Dama praised and saw as expressive, making her feel he had more to offer. Taking him under her wing, she believed she could tap into his full artistic potential, encouraging him to look at things differently. After celebrating Hershel's drawings of New York in Dead City, she gave him his own room and allowed his imagination to run wild, pushing him to look at what could be, not just what was already there. Although Hershel was originally nothing more than her prisoner, the Dama clearly looked at him as a lost soul that could be molded into something greater, perhaps her true successor. As a result, she instilled her views onto him by relating to his loneliness and love for art, allowing her to create a real bond with the teenager that left a lasting impression. With the Dama attempting to further her control over Manhattan by uniting its gangs and thwarting the threat New Babylon poses, she clearly sees Hershel as a visionary who could shape New York's future in The Walking Dead. This is why she has treated him better than most in Dead City, and she looks determined to make him a big part of her long-term plans throughout the remainder of Season 2. Hershel sees the Dama as a replacement mother figure for Maggie. The Dama seems to understand Hershel's feelings of isolation better than Maggie. Lisa Emery as the Dama looking angry in The Walking Dead, Dead City Season 1 Episode 5. The Dama's fascination with Hershel isn't a one-way street, as Hershel appears to look at the villain as a mother figure. Although Maggie has constantly been there for Hershel and helped raise him to the best of her ability, she has also been so focused on her obsession with Negan that it has impacted her relationship with her son. Maggie and Negan's Walking Dead feud has been going on for years, not just outside the show, but also within the fictional timeline. Every time it looks like it will end, something forces their paths to cross, causing tension. The duo seem to find a way to move on in The Walking Dead Season 11, only for Dead City Season 1 to initiate the conflict once more. Season 2, Episode 3 proved that Hershel had a point, as the moment he mentioned Negan, Maggie completely lost her cool, creating an anxious and borderline hostile response. While it's clear from the outside looking in that Maggie loves her son, it's also understandable why Hershel feels neglected, and with someone like the Dama relating to him, she probably seems like the perfect replacement. Taking an interest in his art and speaking about his repressed feelings has resulted in the Dama leaving a big impression on Hershel, so much so that he even drew her. Whether or not Hershel wants to leave the bricks behind and join the Dama permanently in Manhattan is still anyone's guess, but it's clear he feels a lot of admiration towards the villain despite originally being her prisoner, setting up a complicated future for Maggie and her son. Is the Dama's interest in Hershel genuine? The Dama does seem to treat Hershel way better than anyone else. Lisa Emery as the Dama standing in a church in The Walking Dead, Dead City Season 2. Considering the Dama hasn't been particularly kind to many characters in Dead City, it's hard to tell if her interest in Hershel is genuine or not. While she has shown a slightly warm side by praising the Croat on occasion, she has also frequently treated him like an assistant or employee, rather than a partner like the Croat claims they are. Additionally, Episode 2 featured a brutal scene of the Dama killing Victor right in front of Negan, disposing of a valuable soldier simply to send a message, making it clear that she isn't a kind person deep down. Therefore, her attitude towards Hershel may simply be a way to get close to him, so that she can have someone from outside the island keeping tabs on New Babylon and other potential threats. Sensing his vulnerabilities, the Dama could have given Hershel special treatment simply to further her own gains and may not truly care about his visions of the future. Just like she is exploiting Negan's evil side in The Walking Dead, the Dama may be using Hershel's weaknesses to ensure her control over Manhattan isn't under pressure from any external dangers. That said, there is still a chance the Dama does genuinely see something in Hershel and views him as an essential part of the future. Until his life is under threat, we won't know for sure, but there is no denying that the antagonist has shown much more passion towards Hershel than anyone else in the series. What Hershel plans on doing to New York in Dead City? It seems like his ultimate goal will be to rebuild Manhattan with the Dama. Logan Kim as Hershel looking straight ahead in The Walking Dead, Dead City Season 2. Hershel's drawings seem to be a big part of Dead City Season 2's plot, suggesting he has plans to reshape the city. Given that Manhattan has seemingly been run down since the start of the outbreak, it's unclear how viable changing the city's landscape and architecture actually is, but Hershel seems determined to join the Dama in adapting how it looks. He mentioned the island being free from its pain and reinventing itself, suggesting that while this could be partly in terms of appearance, he may help modify how it is run. With the Dama pulling most of the strings, his overall vision still feels relatively vague, but it's clear that no matter what tweaks he makes to New York, there will be a fight to protect it, which the Dama confirms during Episode 3's climax. Seeing how Hershel's relationship with the Dama plays out remains one of the most interesting parts of Dead City Season 2, as it offers a completely new dynamic, and it will be interesting to see if he fully embraces his villainous side by joining the show's main antagonist, or if he stays loyal to Maggie and the Bricks.